So what we're going to do in this video is cover how to deal with consignment units. And to be clear, a consignment unit is where a customer owns a unit and we are going to go in and sell the unit for them, but we're not actually going to buy it from them. We're going to pay them once we sell it. That's basically what we're going to be covering in this video. Now, there's a couple different ways to actually get the unit in. You can manually go in and add a new unit and add it as a customer-owned unit. If the unit was originally sold by you, or if you have ever done service on it, then the unit is probably already in your system. So before you go and add a unit, I would first go in and locate and make sure that the VIN number that you're looking for is not already in the system. Now for this example, to speed things up, I'm going to go ahead and select something here. So we'll go ahead and pick this particular unit. So once we have added the unit or found the unit that we want to work with, the next step is to actually click this button that says consign this unit. And so when I pick that, it's going to it basically flips a flag that says that this unit is not in stock, but it is available to sell on a major unit invoice. And so I'm going to copy this serial number, the VIN number here for later. So right now, what we have to do, because we're not quite finished with the consignment process, we have to edit the unit, and then we're going to enter in the consignment information. One is going to be to assign a user, an owner to that particular unit if it's not already assigned. The other is going to be, and this would be an example of where I'm adding a unit into the system that wasn't already there. And then the other thing is to be able to set a proposed selling price. This is what the customer, or what I would like to sell the bike for. This is mainly for the sales department. How long we're going to keep this consignment, whether or not he has a payoff on the consignment, and then the dealer fee types. We have three different processes. We can either tell it that we're going to get a percentage of the total sale, or we're going to get a flat dollar amount. So in other words, the dealer is going to receive $100 or $1,000. So no matter what I sell this bike for, I'm going to get $1,000 and the customer is going to get whatever's left over. Or we can do a fixed cost, which is basically the amount the customer is going to receive. So the consignee is going to receive $1,000, and anything above that I'm going to get as the dealership. So we're basically telling Lizzy that once we sell this particular bike, these are the parameters that we want to use to be able to sell it. So as an example, I'm going to go ahead and put in $10,000 here for the estimated price that I'd like to sell it for. I'm going to tell it that we're going to keep the consignment for until the end of next month. And we're going to do a fixed cost to the consignee. He wants to get $4,500 for the bike, and we're going to keep whatever is left over. And so at that point, we're just going to go and we'll tell it that there is no payoff, and so we're all good. So we're going to go ahead and save the unit. And this, I'll tell you what, let's change. We're in the demo database and there's a bunch of junk in here, so I'm going to change the VIN number just to keep that error message from coming up. And then we'll save this information. So that is all that you need to do, although this, I forgot to tell it, because this is a old junky thing. So we'll tell it that we're going to set this to the current user. So now you can see who the current owner of this particular bike is, the fact that it is a consignment. We can also cancel the consignment once the person has decided that they don't want to leave it here, or we decide we don't want it here anymore. We can actually go in and cancel that consignment, which will turn it back into a user-owned unit and won't be in our inventory anymore for the purposes of selling.